Hey guys, Jim Squares here. I got a hot tip for you today, hopefully to make your life better. Systems on building wealth, making more time, and getting more fits. But first, make sure you like and subscribe down below and share this with others if you find that beneficial. Today we're talking about money hack around the lottery, casinos, fundraisers, and anything like that. Gas station cards, where you're winning money, stuff like that. So what happens is before you play those, which is okay to play those. So I just recommend you be informed, and once you're informed, you decide what you want because everyone does what's right for them, obviously in their eyes. The first thing you want to know is they anchor you with a big prize. They say, "Can you imagine winning $100 million, $500 million?" And these are huge sums of money, which would be fantastic to win. Even though the government would take half of it, it's still pretty. I mean, I'd still take half. So I'm pretty sure I'd take a 10th. So I take any amount. So know that they're constantly driving into you the largest possible benefit that you could win, which is very unlikely, but you could win. So that's one thing, just to be aware. And you probably are all aware of that. The second thing you want to know is, so truly there's lotteries all the time. Like, how much do these states generate? So I've got a chart for you. So here you go, is the state. This is the amount in billions of dollars. So it says in millions, but 9,000 million. So that's 9 billion New York generates in sales for the lotto. Florida, 7 billion. Texas, 6 billion. California, 6 billion. You think California would have more than New York, but whatever. So maybe they're just smarter. Massachusetts, 5 billion. So these states have tremendous amounts coming in from the lottery available to them. So that's what they have. Like this, they have so much of a vested interest in keeping them and not getting rid of them because they profit so much for these. States wouldn't have them if they weren't benefiting. So that's the second thing to know. They are profiting over you. So it's okay if you decide to still use it. That's not a big deal. So I'm totally cool with this. The third part that's key, totally key in any of these lotteries or drawings or any stuff like that is to know, what are your odds? So it's like, hey, what are your odds of winning the lottery? Like, compared to like other things. So you can gauge it. It's like, all right, so you are more likely to, I have 5 things for you. So you just think about these things. Think about who you know who this has happened to, who you've heard that that this has happened to, and how many people that you are concerned about. Are you at all concerned about these things, or like think that these are possible for you? And maybe they are, which is fantastic. In some cases they're not so good, but yeah. So the first one, so things are all more likely than winning the lottery. So first one, getting crushed by a meteorite from space. So 1 in 700,000. That actually kind of bothered me because I was never worried about that before, and I'm still not really worried about it. But I'm like, really? I could get hit by a meteor from space, so it could come right through right now as I'm recording this YouTube video. That's kind of messed up. So I never thought that was that likely. So I thought it was like you never hear about that. So I've never heard of anyone, never seen anything in the news, never anything. So that's one, definitely more likely than the lottery. So that's not enough though, just that one. So let's go to the next thing. Dying in a plane crash. How many of you are worried about taking a plane ride? Probably not at all. So 1 in 11 million. So that's your odds for that. And you're still more likely for that to happen than to win the lottery. All right. So Jim, you're like, there's still the chance. Still a chance. So we'll go back a little bit and make it a little nicer. So becoming U.S. president, 1 in 10 million chance. So you're more likely to be the president than to win the lotto. So just let that sink in a little bit. So how many people do you personally know who are president of the United States? Just saying. So become a movie star, 1.5 million. So more likely than becoming a president. So you're much more likely to be a movie star. How many do you know? So you can see where this is going. Then becoming an astronaut. So how do you personally know? So not just, I see in the news, yeah, this guy from my high school who I never talked to, never knew, don't know his family, but he came from my high school. It's like becoming an astronaut, 1 in 12.1 million. So you're more likely to be an astronaut sent into space than to win the lotto, or be president, or be a movie star, die in a plane crash, or be hit by a meteorite. So those are my top tips for you. So just take those with a grain of salt. As long as you're aware of all these things and you still want to do the lotto, go for it. So sure, you can make a ton of money, just a boat ton. Who do you know? Who do you know that won? So why would you be any different than anyone else? So just know the odds are where they are and if they're in your favor or against you. So I know how much of a vested interest the states have in you playing. So just saying. So you make your own decision. In the meantime, we'll keep growing together. Share this with others if you like it, and we'll be talking to you later.